Dear students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. It is e-content project under National Mission on Education through IT. I am Dr. Seva Singh, retired professor from Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar. Today, I am going to talk about the module Handbooks and Yearbooks, their use and evaluation. This module is under the paper Information Sources, Systems and Services. Giving the introduction about the module on handbooks and yearbooks, we can say that news and current information have become an integral part of human life nowadays. The amount of information being produced in the world is enormous and it is growing at a fast rate day in and day out. It becomes incumbent upon the library to collect and maintain a good collection of sources of information on current affairs. These sources could include handbooks, manuals, yearbooks, almanacs, directories, guides, etc. As these sources are used to answer factual type queries of the users, they are also known as ready reference sources. Yearbooks and handbooks are some such sources among a large assortment of ready reference sources which may trace the historical events, chronologies, year reviews, facts, statistics, etc. Handbook as a term has its origin in German word Handbuch, meaning a small book or a treatise giving useful facts. Handbook is called handbook because it's very convenient to hold it in the hands of the user. It is usually considered a reference book which is very handy to use, handy to carry, and so on. It usually contains factual information, data, tables, formulae, etc., and may deal with any topic and generally compendium of information in a particular field or about a particular technique. It's designed to be easily consulted and provide quick answers in a certain area. It is designed and developed in such a way as to meet what is called everyday approach. It is considered as a best working tool for a technologist. Uses of handbooks are as follows. Handbooks provide facts of popular interest for public at large. They provide depth of information in a narrow subject field. They contain articles for subject specialists. They also serve as how to do it type guides, whereby a user can learn things by himself. They also provide rules for government servants. They are also useful for historical and literary information. There are various types of handbooks available in the library. These include general handbooks, statistical handbooks, historical handbooks, literary handbooks, subject handbooks, official handbooks, practical handbooks, and tables. Describe one by one various types of handbooks. General handbook. A general handbook provides information to satisfy the curiosity of people. It provides information about interesting and unique facts about the first or the best of everything. Some examples of general handbooks include Famous First Facts. It's published by H.W. Wilson Company and it is with us since 1933. Guinness Book of Records. It has been with us since 1955 and is published on annual basis. Limca Book of Records, published from New Delhi by Coca-Cola India since 1990. Statistical Handbook. It covers information regarding various aspects of numerical form. It is useful for social scientists and research scholars mostly interested in data and figures. It is mostly published by government and or their departments. Some of the examples of statistical handbook include International Historical Statistics, Europe 1750 to 2010. It provides key social and economic indicators. Another example is Handbook of Labor Statistics, published from Bombay by Employees Federation of India. Historical Handbook. It provides information regarding historical events, discoveries, achievements in different fields of knowledge. It's usually arranged in chronological or alphabetical order. Examples of historical handbook include The People's Chronology, a year-by-year record of human events from prehistory to the present. It's published from New York since 1994 and includes about 35,000 entries. Another example is The Timetable of History, a horizontal linkage of people and events, published in 2005 and covers about 30,000 events. Literary Handbook. It provides information about literature, literary works, literary characters, summary of classics, and masterpieces. Some of the examples of this category are the Oxford Companion to American Literature. There are other literatures covered under this series. They include the Oxford Companion to English Literature, the Oxford Companion to French Literature, the Oxford Companion to German Literature, and so on. It's published by Oxford University Press. Another example is the Cambridge Guide to Literature in English, published by Cambridge University Press. It also covers literature from other countries like United States, Canada, Africa, as well as India. Subject Handbook. It provides information about the current research and other developments in different fields. It is useful to the academic community and experts in various fields. Some examples of subject handbook include Third World Economic Handbook. It covers information about economic conditions in different countries of Third World. Another example is Handbook of Special Librarianship and Information Work. Since its inception, it has been very famous among the library fraternity. It's published by LIB, London. Official Handbook is another category. It provides information about government rules and regulations. It's published by the government and their departments. It's mostly used by the government officials for consistency and uniformity in taking decisions. Some of the examples include Swami's Handbook for Central Government Servants, Chaudhry's compilations of the Civil Services Regulations. Practical Handbook. This is another category which provides information about making, doing, performing, operating some jobs. It's also called as instructional manual. A practical handbook may be further classified as family health and first aid handbook, home appliances handbook, etiquette and manners handbooks, cooking recipes handbook, recreation, handicrafts and hobbies handbook, self-taught or learn yourself handbooks, equipment and home appliances handbooks. Tables. Some subjects require quantitative information in tabular form. Mathematics, physical sciences, engineering, technology are such subjects which are concerned with quantification of data. These are helpful and convenient to consult scientific and technical data in tabular form. Some examples include tables of physical and chemical constants. It gives a whole range of physical and chemical data. Another example is climatological tables of observatories in India. This includes physical maps and climatic tables. Manuals is another category of sources of information. The word manual is derived from the Latin word manualis. It means a guidebook, a compendious book, an abridged handbook, or a concise treatise. It's a concise reference book dealing with a particular process, procedure, operation, mechanism, job instruction, etc. It is essentially a how-to-do prepared with meticulous care, containing details of the concerned subject matter. There are various types of manuals available, like subject manuals. There are numerous subject manuals which do not necessarily give instruction for setting, operating, or preparing or repairing a machine. For example, Manual of Online Search Strategies. Another type is technical manuals. A technical manual usually describes an equipment or a process or a software or a mechanical device. It contains detailed information on technical procedures, including instruction on the operation, maintenance, and repair of equipment. For example, technical manual. Procedure manual is another type of manual. A procedure manual deals with established procedures and working practices in an organization. It's helpful for the managers in carrying out their work in methodical manner. Another type of manual is laboratory manuals. The category of manuals describes how the users can perform experiments and give information about the concerned equipment, procedure, installing software, testing techniques, etc. Laboratory manuals are usually prepared for specific purpose and generally accompany some equipments, process, or software. For example, Ann's Owner's Working Workshop Manual. Yearbooks. It's another important ready reference source. An yearbook is an annual compendium of data and statistics recording the year's activities by country, subject, or specialized area. The ALA Glossary of Library Terms defines an yearbook as an annual volume of current information in descriptive and/or statistical form, sometimes limited to a special field. Uses of yearbooks. Some of the uses of yearbooks are: most of the queries of users in a library can easily be answered with the help of yearbooks. Yearbooks provide information about the current developments and recent trends in a subject. Yearbooks are convenient source of all kinds of statistical information and so on. Types of yearbooks includes general yearbooks, subject yearbooks, organizational yearbooks. They are further available according to geographical area of coverage. National level yearbooks, regional yearbooks, and international yearbooks. Another category of yearbooks are the supplements to encyclopedias. Evaluation of handbooks and yearbooks. It's very important for the librarian to thoroughly evaluate a handbook and yearbook as well as a manual while acquiring it for the library, because those need to be useful and helpful for the present as well as the future generation of users. Therefore, some of the checkpoints for evaluation of handbooks and yearbooks include authority, scope, arrangement, current information, treatment, audience, that is readership, format, whether print or online format, special features, if any, indexes, electronic version. If these checkpoints are taken into consideration by the librarian, then surely some useful and helpful handbooks and yearbooks can be purchased for the library. Dear students, we can sum up what we have just discussed in this module. This module explains the concept and gives definition of handbooks, yearbook, and manual as ready reference sources. The module mentions about types and uses of these current information sources. It provides suitable examples of each category of handbooks, manuals, and yearbook for the benefit of users. It also provides various checkpoints to evaluate the worth of these sources before acquiring in the library. We can now look at some of the keywords included in this module for the benefit of the students. Almanac. An Almanac is considered as annual publication containing calendar, frequently accompanied by astronomical data and other useful information. Bibliography. It's a list of written, printed or otherwise produced record of civilization given at the end of an article, a book or any other document. Handbook. Handbook is a reference book of miscellaneous facts and figures on one or many subjects. Manual can be defined as an instruction book which instructs how to do something by means of specific or clear directions. Yearbook. It's an annual volume of current information in descriptive and or statistical form, sometimes limited to a specific field. So this is about, dear students, handbooks and yearbooks, their uses and evaluation, which I am sure will be useful to you. Thank you.